Hello everyone, and welcome to what was supposed to be a 50 subscriber special. But then we passed 60 subs, and then 70, and then 80, and now I'm at 90. Where the heck did you people come from? Thank you, but where the heck did you people come from? So anyway, I'm just gonna wait till 100 and do something special then. But for today, we're going to be doing the Color Wheel Art Challenge, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so the Color Wheel Art Challenge is just really a challenge where you draw a character for each color on the color wheel. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, cyan, purple, and pink. Just gonna lay down some ground rules. I can only draw one character per color because I've seen the ones where they draw 15 characters in one color and it looks painful. And second, I can only draw one character per fandom. The second rule is totally there for the exact reason most of my audience is probably thinking. I tried drawing all the characters in order, starting with red, but I really was not feeling that, so we're doing purple. And the character for purple is Echoes of Wisdom Zelda. No spoilers in the comments, I haven't beat the game yet. I wanted to do Zelda for purple instead of a Zelda character for green or blue, since I already knew who I wanted to do for those colors, and yes, blue is exactly who you think it is, don't judge me. Some people might argue that Zelda's dress is pink in this game, but I thought it was purple, so I'm justifying it. And I have her doing kind of a pose where she's just holding the tri-rod. I was gonna include a little tri, but I chose not to. I was also going to have the tri-rod going into Blue's area a little bit, something I do for all 8 of these. When I end up drawing Zelda's eyes, I make them purple since in the game they're just black, soulless orbs peering into your soul from beyond. Echoes of Wisdom has been a fun game, but it reminded me how bad I am at puzzle games. I had to look up the answer to a puzzle on the second dungeon. I like it when the answer to a goal is easy to find, not when I'm wandering around aimlessly because surely I'll figure it out eventually. Is it annoying? Yes. Does it take me 3 days to beat one dungeon? Yes. Do I love Zelda lore way too much, so I just do it anyway? Abso-freaking-lutely. The Link lore in this game, without spoiling anything, is so good, and I'm only on the 3rd dungeon. Next up, we are doing orange, and for the orange section, I'm drawing Princess Daisy from Super Mario. Daisy finally got herself into a main series game for the first time since Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. I always play as her on Mario Wonder. She deserves her time in the spotlight. I don't have a whole lot to say about Daisy since she joins Waluigi as the poster child of the spin-offs, but I liked shading her. Warm colors are fun for me to shade since they're so easy to make look super saturated. If you want yellow to look saturated, shade it with orange and then red. That's what I do at least. I also didn't end up drawing her crown because I didn't feel like it, so her head's just naked. I'm gonna say it again. Where did you people come from? Seriously, I post a couple little animation memes and now there's 50 CRK players watching me. I mean, I'm not mad. Any excuse to make CRK content is a good one. But I don't want to be just a CRK YouTuber or just an animation YouTuber. I want to make my normal content too, this sort of stuff. It'll just have CRK stuff, usually the Kids AU, because people like that apparently, is sprinkled in there. Seriously, I wasn't expecting to send my silly little beans out into the internet and have them do so well. My plan was to make another OC video next on Seer, the last member of the Necromancer trio with Libby and Britt. But I got the itch to do some animations, so now I'm going to work on this one animation meme I've had in my brain for a while. It'll introduce a ton of new characters and directly adapt one of CRK's bigger stories, but it's going to be a lot of work. I have to make 8 models, some characters have multiple designs, and the animation is going to be way longer and more complicated than my last 2. But I'll just make a ton of bonus videos, I don't know. There's actually a hint to the animation meme hidden in this video somewhere. See if you can find it. Tip, try slowing down my footage. Speaking Speaking of Cookie Run, though, because I'm not able to talk about anything else, we are doing blue, and the blue character is Shadow Milk Cookie. My beloved, the best boy, the best lying evil boy. I love him. He's just a silly little guy, and I love my silly little guys. I don't even know why he clicked with me so much. I just saw him, and I'm just like, this man is perfect. This vile monster can do no wrong. So what if he wants to traumatize Pure Vanilla? Pure Vanilla stole his power. I was so sad, though, when Mystic Flower was going to be the first playable Beast Cookie, because I thought that meant we'd have to wait forever for Shadow Milk, because I thought he'd be last. But actually, Debsys revealed that he's actually coming this January. Plus, they were really nice and fed us a little Shadow Milk in the Wind Archer update. And now, thanks to him, I can't hear any of Wind Archer's voice lines without turning it into a fart joke. Like, here.
Get it? 'Cause you're Wind Archer Cookie? Am I not hilarious? Anyhow, hi!
Oh, he's just so silly. Listen how silly he is. I love him. Clearly, the man playing him loves the role, and who wouldn't? The amount of spin that's definitely on this guy's voice is amazing, and they definitely found the right guy for the job. How many people watched this bonus video? Because I'd just like to say that, yes, I'm serious. I ship Shadow Milk and Golden Cheese. I love them. They just make so much sense to me. They both have, like, just kind of silly personalities. Like, they just get along so well, and I love them. You can't change my mind. They're my silly, silly little children. Green is next, though, and it's a character I actually find a lot of similarities to Shadow Milk with. And that is the MCU Loki. I don't read comics, so my opinion of Loki is completely based on the MCU films. And I love him based on the MCU films. He's so silly. Gee, the silly character. Again. I really started liking Loki when the Loki TV series came out, because then I got to watch him have trauma. And you guys know how much I love trauma. But seriously, why did it have to end like that? I cried. And then I cried again when he cameoed in the What If series at the very end. Which actually spawned a theory of mine that the Watcher is just Loki projecting himself, and he used the He Who Remains as an inspiration for his form, because how the heck else? I'm probably wrong because I don't read the comics, but who cares? Loki is a being with an identity crisis. And do I firmly believe that all three of the Thor movies, except maybe The Dark World, could have been avoided if Odin was a terrible parent? Yes, I do. As a list: banishes his eldest child for doing what she was told, basically, lies to his middle child by telling him he's the oldest, and lies to his youngest child by neglecting to tell him he's a literal frost giant. Gee, what's the connecting factor here? I see 3 midlife crises coming on. I believe that Loki deserved better. Yes, the symbolism of the end of the Loki series is really, really good, but why did it have to be sad? Like, I wanted him and Sylvie to be happy together, but I get this instead. What did I do? I'm sorry, Marvel. Just let him be happy. But it's still really good, even though I feel like it's just a cop-out to keep Loki from ruining the timeline at some point by helping Thor. Which, can we talk about them? Realistic sibling representation. And coming from an oldest child, I can relate to some of the stuff Thor has to go through. Obviously, my Sims don't try to kill me, but sibling antics. For pink, who else could it be but Kirby, the adorable pink ball of destruction and chaos? This one took me literally 30 minutes to draw. Was that intentional? Yes, it was. I had already been working on this for like a month, and I was just so ready to be done. And Kirby is easy to draw. Now, I've never actually played any Kirby games, but I'm really into game lore, so I do know some of it. From what I can tell, though, it's deep and dark. Like, really dark. Like, CRK levels of dark. And that's about all I know. I know Kirby is, like, a god in the Kirby world, and he's eaten multiple other Kirby gods, I think. I don't really know, it's been a while. I just know Marks is giving Shadow Milk vibes, and yes, I measured deranged characters on their Shadow Milkness. Except Shadow Milk has a single brain cell rattling around in there. Marks is just an orange cat. Kirby also has a single brain cell. It wants food. He's the hungriest little boy, and I love that. He's like some teenagers. Always hungry and will do absolutely anything to get food. I started doing this thing during my bonus ship video where I put all the base colors onto one layer to save layers, and I kept doing it here, starting with Kirby, which I was partially doing because he had like 3 colors. I kept the eyes separate though, didn't really want to deal with that. But seriously, he took me like 5 minutes to shade. For Red, I'm drawing another easy character. It's Anger from the Inside Out movies. This one also took like 30 minutes, because he's literally just an eggy square. I loved Inside Out 2. Who didn't, though? It's just an incredible movie. One of the few good movies Disney has put out recently. And as a teenage girl, yeah, I can confirm it was pretty accurate. And Anger was probably my favorite character. They did so good giving Anger, Fear, and Disgust more personality. And Anger is just a sweet little bean. Like, he's angry, but he's also so sweet. And him and Pouchy at the end was really funny and completely based on Pouchy's steady supply of TNT, which I can appreciate. And him in the anxiety office scene, he's too cute. And the video game guy, so accurate. I don't get fictional crushes, but I can relate to having fictional characters living in your head rent-free 24/7. But I can say that if Inside Out 2, or 1 for that matter, was about me, some of the content might be a little cringy, or a lot cringy. Let's just say my imagination land never really fizzled out. It just changed to fit my interests. And the sarcasm, which was a great pun, by the way, wasn't accurate, actually. I'm a very sarcastic person, and that's not how most people I know do sarcasm. I know that when I'm sarcastic, it sounds almost like I'm completely serious, which I definitely get from my dad. Second to last, we are drawing Biana from KOTLC for the teal color, because I want a good excuse to bash on Fitz. Biana is the much better backer sibling. She's got a good character, actually. She's the pretty girl of the KOTLC group, the one who is constantly getting Sophie to dress like an elf, aka like the big floofy dresses, all that sort of stuff, which Sophie hates, but Biana does not care. She's popular, is socially adept, is, the kind of the one all the boys like, that girl. I didn't like her in the first book because she was the bully character in that one, but as the books kept going and her character developed more, I started liking her a lot. When I say Fitz is my least favorite character, I mean it. He's the literal worst. I really think he just gets too much credit because, he's Sophie's cognate, when clearly he cares more about his social standing than anything else. The whole matchless thing, first of all, I think it does make sense. They don't want close-ish relatives getting together on accident, and I know that sounds a little weird, but I promise to those who don't read KOTLC that it's not all that bad. But it really highlights the differences between the two male leads. Keith says to heck with the matchless, and while Fitz breaks up with the girl he's been pining over for like 7 books, over 2 or 3 years over it. And Biana is very supportive of Sophie the whole time. Just a precious friend all the way. Definitely the best backer child. Biana doesn't actually have much teal in her real design, but the main trait of the backers are their teal eyes, so that's why she works for the section. And I made her wear a teal dress just to bring out more teal into the overall piece. And last, but probably least, for yellow we have Isabelle from Animal Crossing. I say least because this is definitely my least favorite. I don't know why, it's not bad, but I think I just don't like the color choices or the facial expression. At first I did try to draw her as a dog, but surprise, surprise, I can't draw that sort of thing. So I ended up drawing her as a human. And I tried giving her like a caring and helpful expression. It just didn't really work. I also made her skin tone more yellow than I intended to. I wanted to keep it feeling yellow, so I was going to draw her with a more olive skin tone. But I accidentally cranked the hue too far and didn't notice until after I'd finished the whole thing, where I merged all the layers together to save layers. So, yeah, it's not too bad, but I'm just annoyed with it, I guess. Isabelle is a kind of a narrator character. I've only played New Horizons, so I don't know what she's like in other games like New Leaf, but she's a sweet character, kind of annoying after a bunch of playtime when you have to listen to her pointless morning announcements. I haven't even played in forever. I gotta get back to that. Will I, though? No. No, I probably won't. I have to play Echoes, and I have to keep up with my Cookie Run updates, and all the other games that are gonna come out when Switch 2 exists, and all that stuff. While I was drawing Isabelle's hair, I added the darker tips to kind of look like hair dye, like in her model. And speaking of hair dye, I got my hair dyed. I won't share pictures or anything for the sake of my privacy, but I now look even more like my persona, which, if you didn't notice, I did make a new one. I've been wanting to for a while since I realized I don't really like my old one. And here is the completed Color Wheel Art Challenge featuring Anger from Inside Out, Princess Daisy from Super Mario, Isabelle from Animal Crossing, Loki from the MCU, Biana from KOTLC, Shadow Milk Cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom, Princess Zelda from Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and Kirby from Kirby. I really hope you guys like this because it took me legitimately more than a month to make this video, so please appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment any thoughts you got down below, and subscribe if you want to see more of my silly little guys. And again, thank you all so much for getting me this close to 100 subs already. I really appreciate it. And with all that said, have a great day, everybody. See ya!